Hello, my friends. Good morning to you. Welcome to the weekly What's Up in Makeup chat. I'm wearing my glasses this week because my eyes are tired from contact lenses. I wore them way too much yesterday. My eyes are tired. So you might occasionally see my ring light and my glasses. It is what it is. So today we're going to go through my palette collection and we are going to continue talking about eyeshadow palettes. Last week we did a wonderful live stream where I I went through a lot of my palettes. Just kind of, I don't really get into, they just kind of sit to the side. They're not ones I reach for all the time. And I rediscovered some old favorites and it was wonderful. But more importantly, we had a charity live stream where we donated to, I still have it here, the Northern California Fire Relief Fund through North Valley Community Foundation. That donation has been made. We raised over $1,200. Let me get the exact total. I have it. Let me just minimize the screen real quick. And I will tell you, I did post the screenshot on Twitter. Oh, it wasn't $1,200. It was $1,120.59. And that was through the PayPal donations. That was through the Super Chat, which of course, YouTube takes 30% of that. So it was the net of the Super Chat. And then that does not include those that donated through the link directly. So the donation has been made. That giveaway, not giveaway, but that is done. And thank you to everybody who donated to that. I did get a personal tweet back thanking me from the North Valley Community Foundation, which is the organization that is running the Northern California Fire Relief Fund. In case, just to reiterate the purpose of it, the fund was to provide financial resources to organizations and agencies responding to those affected by fires, specifically in Northern California. So thank you again to everybody. Much appreciated. If you were affected, I am so sorry for all that you're going through. And it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. You know, it's one of those things where it's like there's no right thing to say. You know, all I can do is try to help in any way that I can, which is minimal compared to the damage that's been done. But every little bit helps, right? So anyway, back to eyeshadow. Let's go into that. But before we do that, we do want to say hello to the collective brain, because the people that are here in live chat and also you watching on the replay, you're going to be helping me with this palette discussion because we're all going to discuss these together. I'm going to talk about my thoughts. I'm going to go over to the live chat, see what people are saying. If you're watching this on the replay, definitely leave your thoughts on these eyeshadow palettes down in the comments below. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly say hello to my friends here in live chat. My friend Nancy is here. She's in the car riding. Her husband is driving right now. They're on a road trip right now. So I'm happy that Nancy and her dog and her husband are here. I love them dearly. Thank you, Nancy, for being here. You're going to see some familiar friends that Nancy sent me a few palettes. I see a couple of them in here. So thank you, Nancy, for that. Nadine is here, Amber is here, Jess is here, Quirky Beauty is here, and Liz is here. Liz won a giveaway of mine, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that at this point. Abby is here. I always remember her for that. Aaron and Amber and Tracy. Jess says, what are you all most excited to eat this week? Ooh. Okay, so hashtag not sponsored for this part, but because I have a sponsor video with Home Chef coming up, but Home Chef has these Thanksgiving dinner things. Like I do have a partnership with Home Chef that I just want to make sure that it's clear, but this particular video isn't sponsored. I didn't know I was going to say this, but they have Thanksgiving sides. So I got two of them. One is like a pecan sweet potato, and then the other one is a cranberry stuffing. I'm like super excited for those. Really excited, but sponsor video with Home Chef is coming, but this one isn't sponsored. But that's honestly what I'm most excited about, is that cranberry stuffing, to be honest with you. Let's see, Marsha is here, and Steph is here, and Zara is here, and Melissa is here, and Ashley and Michelle. Thank you to everybody for being here. If I didn't say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, Home Chef is one of those things. It's a weak spot. It's one of those things where I know it's not makeup related, but I do love it so much. And that's straight from my heart. That's genuine. But I'm going to stop talking about it because I do have a sponsor video coming up and I don't want to this isn't related to that. Okay. So first thing I wanted to mention is I'm going to stop avoiding it because I feel like I've gotten so many questions about the Emily palettes that I do want to just give you a quick rundown review of how I feel about these. And then Oh my gosh, the super chat's still on. Oh, okay. So I forgot to turn off the super chat. I don't think I can turn it off at this point. Thank you so much, Margot, for donating. This is just to be clear. If you donate to the super chat, YouTube takes 30% and it's not going to, because I guess I could, I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll buy products for the channel. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do it as products for the channel. I don't know, but I feel weird with you guys donating for that. But thank you so much, Margot, for donating. Hello to you. I'm off guard. I'm off guard. I don't know. I'm not good with this kind of pressure. Buy half a candy bar. I know, right? That's why I turn off super chat, because it's like, oh my gosh. But anyway, let's go back to the Emily Edit palettes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So anyway, so I've gotten so many requests to talk about the Emily Edit and Emily Edit palettes. And the reason why I haven't been reviewing them is because Emily and I are acquaintances. I wouldn't say that we're friends in that we don't talk all the time. We do talk occasionally, check in with each other, see how we're doing, but we're not like buddy, tight best friends. And it's for no other reason other than we live halfway across the country from each other, and we just don't. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. We live halfway across the country from each other, and we just haven't bonded to that level yet. And it's not anything beyond that. But she went through a lot with these palettes, with, you know, the mold issue going in them, and then the stuff with Tati and the Kiki chick that took my video without asking, which she doesn't have to ask. But, you know, I mean, it's just like she went through so much with this, and I just didn't want to add to that. I wanted the drama to die. So I didn't want to talk about them, but I'm just like, it's like every day I get comments, why aren't you reviewing the palettes? Why aren't you reviewing the palettes? And I've had people be really like harsh about it. So without further ado, let me tell you what I think. Just very quickly, I do like them. I like them. They're nice. You can get very nice looks out of them. It's just, I feel like just the quality isn't like where I want it to be for them to make me like want to use them all the time. You know what I mean? Like I have palettes I enjoy using more, because when I look for, this is good for this entire video, when I look for an eyeshadow palette, the number one thing I'm looking for is ease of use. I want it to be able to go on. I want to be able to not have to fight with it. I want it just to be fun. And the eyeshadow palettes that give me joy are the ones that are the most fun, easiest to use. And I find these to be on an ease of use scale from like 0 to Colored Raine and Juvia's Place, which are the ones that I find to be some of the easiest ones to work with. I would consider these to be like a 6 or a 7. They're not terrible to work with. They're just a little bit difficult. And I love the colors that Emily chose. So let's start with the wands. The color scheme is beautiful. I mean, she chose this gorgeous color scheme that screams Emily to me. Emily wears a lot of mauves and purples and the green, and this whole color scheme is so her. And I absolutely love that she named things after things that are important in her life. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. I did create some beautiful looks. I use it pretty religiously for about a week and a half, because I was planning on doing a full review of it. And it really is a beautiful color scheme. There's so much you can do with it. She's done so many looks on her channel. It's just, I feel like I do have to fight with the quality of some of the shadows. Now, I do like the wants better than the needs. If I had to say which one I think that I like better, I like the wants better than the needs. The needs I do like, but I find this one to be even a little more difficult to work with, especially that like this highlighter. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like I'm trying to like, it kind of disappears on my skin. Like you can see like a little bit of a shine, but Emily isn't a from space highlighter kind of chick. So it makes sense she would do something that's a little more subtle. And it's, you know, it's Emily in a palette, and that's what people are paying for when you buy this. I don't think that this palette, as far as the cheek colors, will work for deeper skin tones. I feel like it's more targeted for Emily. I mean, this is Emily's everything I need to make a good look. So, I mean, it's a good palette, but I definitely, me personally, I like the wants palette better than the needs. So that's how I feel. That's where I'm at. You just kind of have to decide how much time you have in the morning to get ready and how much you want to invest in eyeshadow, because a lot of the eyeshadows, minus Juvia's Place, that I really, really like, that I feel like are so easy to work with, they're at a higher price point. These are at a much lower price point. So, you know, I mean, Emily is an incredible person. She has such a big heart, and all she wants is good for people in the world. And Like, nobody's perfect, but she really is a good person, and I wish her nothing but the best, and that's how I feel. So there we go. All right. How was that? Was that enough information? We're 10 minutes in. So let's see what the community is saying. Ashley says, I'm tan and the blush and bronzer work for me. Fantastic, Ashley. Thank you so much for that information. Andy from Hapless Beauty says, I respect Emily immensely and I will always stand by that. But I think she mishandled the situation, which caused the whole drama, and I continue to support her and Tati. But I think it was a bit over her head. I think that you know, not to get too deep into it because I don't really want to. Emily's not used to dealing with drama. You know, she's never had to deal with drama and comments with drama and all of that, and that's kind of where I stand with that. I don't think that it was intentional. I don't think she would ever intend to hurt anybody on purpose. And was it handled perfectly? In my opinion, no, but she's not used to it, and hopefully, you know, I don't know if she's ever going to get in that kind of situation again, but maybe she would make a different choice. I don't know. Oh my gosh, Susan, thank you so much. Thank you, Susan. That's so nice of you. Thank you. I clicked on her super chat and now the chat is frozen. No, thank you, Susan. What happened? The chat is frozen now. Fabulous. I clicked on Susan's super chat. Oh, there we go. I clicked it off. Yazira says the color story is very, very pretty. Thank you. Yeah, AJ, one of our fabulous reporters, said Emily's so classy. She handled the drama like a champ. I think it just depends on, you know, your perspective on it. But I don't want to go more into that. Let's go more into eyeshadow. Let's talk about another friend of mine. I haven't talked, well, see, when I say friend, I always say that loosely, in that when I call someone my friend, like you guys are my friends, like it doesn't mean that I talk to that person every single day and they're my bestie and we go hang out and have coffee all the time. But this is another person that I would consider a friend, like Emily. Like, I consider her a friend, but it's not like we talk. I don't know. That word friend is so hard. But this is another person that I absolutely adore that I've met multiple times. Her YouTube channel was Diva Makeup Queen. I don't know if she's still making videos. I haven't seen her upload in a while, but her name is Wing Law or Wendy Law. She's a professional cellist in New York City, but she did have a YouTube channel called Diva Makeup Queen, and she launched her own eyeshadow palettes. They're Z palettes, and each one looks like they're the same, but they're actually different on the inside. So, like, she's got all these beautiful shades here. These were actually really, really, really good eyeshadows, and I was so sad she stopped making them. This was the first one that she came out with. They were really, really good. I don't know if you all remember her channel. This was like the last one that she came out with. This was like a spring one. I didn't use this one all that much, but they were very high quality. I was like, go girl. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, Quan says, I remember Diva Makeup Queen. Yeah. Andy says, eyeshadow, is it just me or is that everyone's favorite part of makeup? It's mine. I know some people are lip people, but I'm definitely an eyeshadow person. So Nicole, hey Nicole, you're up early, girl. She said, you liked those when they came out. I did, and I still like them. I haven't used them in a long time, and I don't even know if you can even buy them anymore. Like, I'm not even sure. So Susan, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm like, I don't even know. All right. Moving on to a non-YouTuber palette. This is the Balm's Eye palette by the Balm. And I can say I used this just a little bit and it was just okay for me. This is one of those just okay, the Balm palettes. The color scheme was a little bit, like, you can create some pretty looks, but I felt like they were kind of boring whenever I made looks, they just were kind of boring. I do like that down here they have these brow shades down here. So these are considered brow shades, and then these are liner shades, so you can use them wet or dry. And then down here they give you these little stencils that I tried to use, and I can't use those kinds of stencils. I can't work it out, but yeah, it was a really cute little palette, but it was just okay. I didn't use it a whole lot. I got a lot of the Balm in here, I've noticed. We got Meet Matte Nude. When I first got this, I used the heck out of this. When I first got it, I was using it like every day, and I just got bored with it and pushed it aside. But at this one, I feel like these pans seem to be at like a little, I don't know why they switch formulas, but I feel like these, like the bigger pan ones, I seem to like better than like the big ones like this, the ones that have like the little pans. Let me show you the Balm Voyage. So there's the Balm Voyage. It's another one, like it's beautiful. I don't know why I don't use this. This looks like Emily in a palette too, doesn't it? It's kind of the same kind of shades here. And then one thing I love about the Balm, they always do, is they always put lip products in the bottom, or not in the bottom. Whenever they have lip products mixed with powder products, they have something to cover them so that you don't get powder in your lip products which I think is super convenient, but it's another one that I haven't really used a whole lot. This one I use as like a base for other palettes sometimes. It's nice. It's pretty nice. I would love to know your thoughts on the Balm's eyeshadow. What do y'all think of the Balm's eyeshadow? I keep seeing Andy's comments. They keep popping up. Allison says, I love my Mary Luminizer. Yes. Let me see what Allison said before. I think she says, I haven't tried much from the Balm. Gotcha. Scrappy Cassie says, I don't care for drama. I don't think a lot of us really care for drama. I think that it's human nature. Sometimes we're attracted to drama because we want to know what's happening. But I think that I would much rather have less drama in our community. It seems to have calmed down a little bit, though, overall. It was crazy for a minute. Andrew says, I love this channel. Thank you. Need some new shadows to try on my channel. Oh, you have a channel. So Andra Anthony has a channel, and I've never seen it before, so I'll have to check it out. Shauna, I've never used anything from the Balm. Their shadows do not appeal to me. Yeah, I mean, they're good. Like I would put the Balm shadows at like a 7 for quality. You know, like they're slightly easier than the Makeup Revolution ones, but not by a ton. Andy says, thank you, Jen. I think it's lovely that with all your subs, you still take time to remember my name and it makes me smile. Aww. Well, that's the thing. When you comment on my stuff a lot, like I start recognizing people that come back. Like, and Andy, I know you're on Twitter and everything. So Tabitha says, I had a problem with one of the Balm palettes in mold. Ew. Oh, gosh. That's not good. Tabitha's been subscribed to my channel forever. Witch Mom Davis. How long have you been subscribed, girlfriend? Like, since the beginning. Tabitha's been around. Tracy says, I love mascara. What are you talking about, specifically the Balm or just in general? Shirley says the Balm's having Black Friday sale 50% off soon. They always have those 50% off sales. That's a great time to pick up the Balm. They also are on that website, Haute Look. That's the Nordstrom company. They're on there a lot for 50% off. What did I miss? I feel like what is this one? Thank you, Michelle. Hello to you. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate your super chat. I promise I did not leave it on purpose. I don't know what happened there. But I don't know. Just know that if you donate, I don't know when I'll buy something for the channel or something. Eureka, Steph saying hi to Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Eureka, not a fan of the Balm, too dry. Yeah, it can be dry. Jenny says the Balm just doesn't do it for me, but I always hear good things about them. I feel like their highlighters are really, like the Mary Luminizer highlighter is sick. Like there's nothing that compares in my mind to Mary Luminizer, but there are some good dupes out there, but it's like, I don't know. There's something about Mary Lou that's special in my heart. All right, I got to start getting through these palettes, or else I have so many palettes to show you. Okay, so this is, I never reviewed this. This is the Best Year Ever 2018 eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. This was, oh no, I did review this. This was from last year. And I can't even remember what I thought of this. That's how memorable it was. This was the one that came, I'm pretty sure this was the one that came with the planner. I did buy the one from this year, used it about 4 times, and then meant to return it because it was just okay. And I'm such a mess sometimes. I'm such a mess. But yeah, this is one, like, I feel like this is one I should probably pass on because I don't know. But then, like, you know, it's good for like duping. Like when Too Faced comes out with a new collection, be like, oh, well, it was in the 28. Does anybody care whether it was in the 2018 holiday palette? I don't think anybody cares. I should probably just declutter that one and give that away. All right, I've got a couple of drugstore eyeshadow palettes in here. This is the Maybelline City Kits Pink Edge palette. This one's okay. I'm not a big fan of the light pink thing. Like the whole Naked 3, like light pink thing. I don't know. Like I'm not a big fan of how it looks on my eyes right now. Like I feel like I'm like kind of over that color scheme, but it's a decent palette. It's okay. I would say this is like a 5. It's functional. It's not bad. It's just not good. But it's fine. It's fine. This one I like a little bit better. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Eyeshadow Palette. This one smells like peaches. It smells like more like true authentic peaches and not like candy peaches like the Too Faced stuff. And I like this one. I would say this one's closer to like a 6. It's a little bit better than the Maybelline City Kits Pink Edge. It's pretty good. Lasting power is not very good on this one though, in my opinion. But this one's really good for duping purposes. I found Laura Lee dupes in here, I believe, when I did the Laura Lee review. So people were asking me from last week, like, why do you keep so many eyeshadow palettes if you're not even using them? And like, for example, James Charles, you may know there's a YouTuber named James Charles, and he did a collaboration with a brand named Morphe. Not sure if you've ever heard of it, but I'm going to be reviewing that palette soon. So I'm going to be dipping into all of my bright shades and trying to find dupes for you all. So you can decide whether you already own enough of it that you don't need it, or if you already own the James Charles palette that maybe you don't need to buy other palettes. So that's why I like to keep lots of palettes, even if I'm not using them. So that's just, you know, that's the purpose behind it. Okay, I'm sorry, I was just looking to see if I'm missing anything. Barbara says, I used to do a lot of light pink looks when I was younger, not so much now. Yeah. Zelma says, I'm an ivory and pink. Ivory and pinks are amazing for my skin tone, so I love those color palettes. Naked 1 and Naked 2 boring, but love my Naked 3. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with your skin tone. You know, like some people really pop with that, you know. Oh, Vivian is here from Secret Life of Vivian. Hi, Vivian. She says, Jen, I love you. I'm finally home and catching up on everything. I'm so happy that you're here. That's so cool. I got my Vivian pop socket hanging out on my phone. Did you guys see my Vivian tribute video? Hopefully you saw it. It was actually really good. And I've used that spinny brush multiple times since then, and I still like it. I do, I have to say. All right. Good morning to you, Annie. Kathy says, I love that you don't sugarcoat anything. You're the best. It's just who I am. So it's like, it's kind of easy. Margot says, did you get, or Dominique Cosmetics, I did not get the new palette. I do own the Lemonade palette, and I do own the Latte palette. I like the Latte palette better than the Lemonade palette. I think that the Lemonade palette was in my favorites and fails last month, I think. But speaking of another palette that I wasn't as big of a fan of, and I'm sad because Nancy bought this for me. I used it quite a few times, and it was just okay for me. This is a Clinique palette. This one is All About Eyeshadow palette. And it's got these mauve shades, and it's a beautiful color scheme. But I found that they blended away. Like when I used it, they would blend away, and it made me so sad. But I was really thankful to be able to try this because I hadn't tried Clinique eyeshadows in a really long time. One of my very first high-end purchases was a Clinique eyeshadow trio, and I was so excited to get it. I felt super fancy getting this Clinique eyeshadow trio because it was way over my price point. I really loved that trio. I used it for a really long time. So I hadn't tried Clinique eyeshadows in a long time. So I was very thankful to be able to try this so that I can present a perspective to you. But this one I felt like it was just hard to work with it. I would put the shadow on and it would either muddy together or blend away. So this one wasn't my favorite. Oh, this is another one that's very interesting. I bought this one. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, Sheeta's here. Hi, Sheeta. Laura says, Bad Habit palettes are so cheap and bomb pigment-wise. I have to say this about Bad Habit, man. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they can make some really good quality eyeshadows for really cheap. And I don't know what they're doing, what kind of magic fairy dust they're sprinkling in those things. And no matter what you feel about them duping eyeshadow palettes, because that's the big thing they do if you're not familiar with Bad Habit, they, in my opinion, this is an opinion, this is not something that I have, well, kind of, I don't know. Their palettes look awfully similar to other palettes on the market. Let's just say that. They look real similar. A palette comes out, and then a couple weeks later, a month later, you've got a Bad Habit palette that looks awfully similar in shade selection. So, but I don't know how they do it. Their quality is really stinking good. And I don't get it. And they're super cheap. I don't get it. I don't get it. But speaking of eyeshadow palettes that are not as easy to work with. I wasn't even talking about eyeshadow palettes that are not easy to work with, but we'll just pretend that I was. This is the Pretty Birdie palette by Pretty Vulgar. And when Pretty Vulgar first came out, their packaging is so stinking cute. I was like, yes, I want to try it. Yes. So I bought this, and it's a hot mess. It's so hard to work with. These shades here, these matte shades, are so pigmented, you can feel the grit in them. Like when you run your finger on it, you can feel the grit. Let me see if I can swatch this one. Like, see if you can hear it. Let me put it next to my microphone. Can you hear that? Like, you can hear it. Okay, this one I rub my finger 150 times, but they're just really, really hard to work with. Hi, babe. Hi. Hold on. I'm gonna need my towel to wipe off my hand. And oh, thank you. I thought we were keeping it downstairs, my little snow house. Keep it up here. Okay, sounds good. And it says, ooh, pretty vulgar palette. I have the cool tone one that came in BoxyCharm. It's so bad you can make it work, but you have to add other palettes with it. When I got the pretty vulgar palette from BoxyCharm, the one that's like the smoky one, the first look I created was stinking gorgeous. It was my favorite cool tone look that I've done in forever. Ever since I looked at Nikki Murphy's holiday tutorial from last year, like, oh my gosh, like I loved that look. I was like, yes. And then I used it 2 or 3 more times and I was like, I was not happy. After that, I was not happy. So I don't know what happened the first time I used it. I got really lucky using the shades or something, but I'm just not a fan of their formula. I find them difficult to work with. And I think that it's kind of an opposite problem that I have with palettes that are less pigmented. Some of them are just so pigmented that they're like patchy and hard to blend and hard to work with. And this color scheme, it's hard to figure out what to do with this without bringing in other palettes because the shadows are like, if you think about like the James Charles palette, okay? So you've got all the gradients of the rainbow. So when you don't have colors that are next to each other in the rainbow, like you've got these two that are next to each other and you've got like the green and the blues a little bit, but I don't know, like it's like hard to have colors that mush into each other because they're so separate from each other on the color wheel. Like there's no way I'm going to be able to get this orange and this blue to do anything together. You know what I mean? We've got like a pastel blue and like a dusty orange. It's like, I don't know. I'm just not talented enough, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I've been getting questions about this recently too. These are from Pinky Rose Cosmetics. They're an indie brand, and I don't like to speak negatively about indie brands because I know they're a small brand and I don't want, but like this is the thing is like my number one loyalty is to you, and I feel like I need to tell you when something doesn't work out for me so that you can decide for yourself whether you think it'll work out for you. These Pinky Rose palettes did not work out for me, and they've got this feeling of just, I don't know how to describe it. They're beautiful color schemes. The color schemes are gorgeous. Like, I don't know what they're doing over there picking these color schemes. I mean, like what I was saying about the Pretty Birdie palette, how it was like all over the place. Like this is like a gorgeous color story, like absolutely gorgeous. What is going on here with this giant pan in the middle? Like, how am I ever going to use that? Oh, it's a transition shade, but still. What I find with these is that they're very powdery to go on the eye, and they're difficult to use. I wish I liked them more, but I don't, and that makes me sad. And I feel the same way. I talked about this last week about Beauty Bakerie eyeshadows, at least the ones that I've tried. I haven't tried any of her newest palettes. I just find them to be difficult to work with. I don't know, but this one is called, it says the Transition palette, but I have a feeling, I think there's another name on this. I don't know. Night look, day look. Like, it's beautifully designed, absolutely gorgeous. It's just the quality I'm not that big of a fan of. And I really do hate to say that about indie brands. But it's like, maybe they'll make it better. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. This one's also very gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful color scheme. I love the concept behind it, but it's just the quality. I'm just not a big fan. So I don't know. I mean, it's not that they're bad. I would put those on the same level as far as ease of use as the Makeup Revolution. Like, you can get beautiful looks out of them. They're gorgeous, but I feel like they just need a little more love, kind of like the Makeup Revolution ones. Oh, we talked about this one last week, I think. This was the one I swatched in that video that's like due to the NYX Dreamcatcher palette. I don't even know. I think that accidentally ended up back in here. I didn't mean for it to. Let me see what everybody else is saying down here. Melissa says, I want to so badly love Beauty Bakerie too, especially now that they're Ulta, but none of their formulas have worked out for me for anything. Beauty Bakerie, my favorites are, I love the flour baking powder. Absolutely love that. And the sponges, the egg sponges I like. I know a lot of people don't. They are harder than a beauty blender. They blow up real big. They're definitely more firm, but I do really like them. I feel like they blend my foundation beautifully. I personally like them. I know some people don't, but I do. But I would say those are the two standouts for me from Beauty Bakerie. I'm not a fan of the liquid lipsticks, not a fan of the shadows. Oh, the highlighter. Wasn't a fan of the highlighter either. I got one of the this guy right here. I'll show you real quick. I know this is off topic, but I got this little highlight. I mean, look at that. I mean, really, how cute is that? Like, what? Are you serious? Okay, so you open up the little ice cream top here, and then you have this sifter in there. And let me see if I can get a little bit out without making a huge mess. Okay. So there's glitter in here, which is a little bit, I don't know if you can see the glitter. So when it goes onto the cheeks, you can really see the glitter, and that's just not something that I personally like in a highlighter. Also, I found the lasting power isn't very good. So I was really sad about that. This one is in the shade, let me look. This is in the shade Frosted. I think this is the lightest one because they have a bunch of deeper ones as well. But yeah, not a fan of that. Okay, so this is something I haven't talked about in a very, very, very long time. This is the Coastal Scents Revealed Palette. You all remember these from back in the day? I did full reviews of these, like, I don't even know how long ago. How many years ago did I do the full reviews of these? I know I was in my old house 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. But these are, I would say that the Coastal Scents palettes, ease of use wise, are around Makeup Revolution, maybe a little better than the Makeup Revolution. Nah, about the same, I would say, Coastal Scents, the Makeup Revolution. But these were dupes for the Urban Decay Naked, Naked 2, Naked 3, Naked Smoky. Like, they came out with a bunch of them. And Coastal Scents ended up doing some PR with me when I was super small channel. So I was super excited about that. But then I didn't like things and they stopped sending me stuff. Well, I don't know if they stopped sending me stuff because they didn't like I didn't like stuff, or if they just stopped sending out as much PR because I didn't see much PR going out from them in general. So I don't think it was personal against me. I think it was just, they just stopped sending out PR. Yes, I think Lily, I think this was in BoxyCharm at some point that they were putting the revealed palettes in BoxyCharm for a while. I think you're absolutely right. Jenny says the flour baking powder has become a holy grail setting powder, especially under my eyes, my 36-year-old eyes. Yes, it's really good. It's very, very good. Samantha says the Shop Miss A blenders are the smartest makeup choice I've ever made. They also have some really great lashes. That's great to know. I'm scared to go to Shop Miss A and places like that. Like, I'm scared of those sites. Honestly. Megan says those palettes were BoxyCharm staples. Hi, Megan. How are you? Yeah, they were in BoxyCharms. You're right. I completely forgot about that. Stacy says I never tried the Coastal Scents palette, but I hate the formula of the Naked palettes too, so I was never interested in those. Yeah, you won't like those then because they're similar, not quite as good as the Naked. I think there was the Naked, the revealed smoky one that I felt like was like a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Smoky. Oh, Chrissy's leaving. Bye, Chrissy. Oh, Monica's here. Hi, Monica. Are you leaving? Oh, I hope you're okay, Monica. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hope you're all right. Send me a Twitter message. Let me know how you're doing, okay, Monica? Keep me updated on how you're doing. Send me private Twitter DM. Okay. All right. So, the palette nude 1, L'Oreal. Not good. Not good. I would give this like a 4. The La Palette nude. I had the other one too. I think it was the nude 2. I decluttered that one. I found this one to be a little bit better. I don't know why. I need to just declutter this one too. But I guess this is good for duping purposes as well because I think this is still available for for drugstore dupes. But the performance of this, they muddy together really, really bad and blend away and all those bad things you do not want. I would give that like a 3. That one's not good. Susie's from Maryland. Hello, neighbor. Tala says that palette is horrendous. Oh, I know. Whitney says, oh, God, I hate that palette. I need to declutter that. I need to declutter it too. All right, let's go into, these are the ones that I don't use that much. Okay, so this is one that I designed back when I was into the Coastal Scents thing. This was a fall palette that I designed at Coastal Scents when they had a $1 Hot Pot sale. They had those $1 Hot Pot sales every once in a while. And their Hot Pots are pretty good. If you like Makeup Revolution quality. I feel like they're like the Hot Pots I feel like might be a little bit better than the palettes. They're pretty decent. They're decent. And for $1 a shadow, I like them. Zelma says you should review a Shop Miss A makeup. They're cruelty-free. The AOA brand is from the USA. I'm scared. I'm scared of Shop Miss A. I don't want poop in my shadows. Is there poop in their shadows? I'm scared of them. Maybe I'm just ignorant. Am I just ignorant? I think I might be ignorant of Shop Miss A. Maybe I need to look more into it. It's Susie, it's like a super cheap website. It's like super, super cheap stuff. I'm just, especially makeup, I'm like scared of buying cheap makeup at this point because there's poop and stuff. Like no joke, like actual poop in some cheap makeup. It's not poop makeup. Okay, good. Okay, Megan says Laura May Beauty loves it. Okay, well, if Lauren loves it. I'm not starting rumors. I'm asking a question. I am not starting rumors. I'm asking a question. If people think that I'm saying something in fact, then they did not listen well, and that's not my fault. Someone doesn't have auditory comprehension, that's not my fault. Kylie says that Taylor loves Shop Miss A. Well, if Taylor likes it, Lauren likes it, I should give it a try. I don't like when people hold me accountable for other people's auditory and comprehension or reading comprehension. It's not my fault. A Dookie palette. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but some of this is no joke. I'm not trying to get pink eye off some cheap palette. This is one that is not a cheap palette. That's amazing. This eyeshadow palette is super fab, and I don't know why it ended up at the bottom of this drawer. This should not be there. This is a serious mistake. All right. Right here. Ashley says, Jen, read our comment. Shop Miss A is a physical store in Texas. Cool, man. That's awesome. See, now I need to look into it. I'll look into it. Oh, Terry Lee is here. Poop is usually found in the knockoffs. Yes, that's true. That's true. But it's also found, not poop, but like asbestos and all that stuff found in like Claire's makeup, Justice makeup. They've gotten in trouble for that stuff. So Julie says she's been using Shop Miss A for years. See, I told you, I said I might be ignorant. You remember that moment when I was like, I might be ignorant? I might be ignorant. I don't know everything about everything. So yeah, see, Miss is with me. She's scared of super cheap makeup too. So there you go. So I'm not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. We don't want poop makeup. We don't want pink eye. You are not. Sorry. Got off for a second. All right. Marvelous Mauves by Dose of Colors. This has no reason to be in this drawer where I don't use these things. This is a fantastic eyeshadow palette. It's so good. It's so good. Like I love the way that they chose the colors, where they've got this gradient here, and all of their eyeshadows that are like this are like that. Where they have like a color scheme where you've got like one tone, but it's like broken up better than like, let's say like the Naked palettes. There's more of a space between the shades between light and deep. So that's why I feel like it works better than like the Naked palettes where it's like monochromatic, but some of the shades are so close to each other that it's kind of like they kind of muddy together sometimes. I feel like Dose of Colors did it right, and I love this formula. Dose of Colors has a fantastic eyeshadow formula. I highly recommend it. This is going out of that drawer because I need to use that more often because it's stinking awesome. AJ says Marvelous Mauves for the win. Best matte eyeshadows ever. I totally agree. They're fantastic. They're very easy to use, Sharon. Is it Sharian? I think I got it. Sharian. Positively Catatonic says super cheap makeup always makes me feel like there's some corner that's been cut. And you never know. I mean, like you really just don't know. And it's not right to judge a brand just because it is inexpensive. You know, like there's no way to truly know. And I wasn't trying to judge them. That was just my impression. And I told you I was probably ignorant, which is, you know, just the way I am. Because you can't know everything about everything. So I'll just have to look into it more, right? Okay, so e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. I've got a bunch of them. I have Prism. I have Mad for Matte. I have Nude Rose Gold. And I have Nude. Need It Nude. Okay, the Need It Nude was one I was obsessed with for a while. I loved this eyeshadow palette. Like I was using this all the stinking time. And then it just kind of like, I got bored with it and put it away. But I love the color scheme of this. And it's actually a really good palette for the price point. And I know people don't like it when I say for the price point, but a lot of lower cost things don't work as well as higher cost eyeshadows, eyeshadow wise specifically. But this one works really well for me. And I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not going to speak to whether it still works well for me because I probably haven't used it in a year. But I remember really loving this palette, especially in comparison with the other ones. I remember the Mad for Mad I liked, but I found that through the day these muddied together. I do remember that. And then the Nude Rose Gold I did not like at all. I felt like it was not, like it definitely was like mud and difficult to work with. I didn't like the Nude Rose Gold. And then the Prism, I think I felt the same way, that I didn't really like this one either. I had high hopes for this one because it's got a nice separation of color in the gradient of it, but this one totally fell flat for me as well. But I remember loving the Need It Nude. That was like the star e.l.f. palette for me when I was using those. And I just got bored with them and stopped using them. All right. Let's go down a little bit. How are we doing on time? We got 20 minutes left. How's everybody doing? Y'all still here? Doing all right? Gia says, just bought the Dose of Color Snow Angels palette. It's stunning. I almost bought that. I was super close to buying it. My hair looks a mess today. I have to go on a tangent real quick. I bought, during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale, the Tom Ford Black Orchid hair spray stuff, like that you're supposed to spray in your hair, and it's like a perfume for your hair. I swear it made my hair look oily. I went on a date night with my husband last night and I sprayed it before I went out and I couldn't smell it. So I sprayed more and I think I put too much in my hair, and that's why my hair looks a little oily. I took a shower yesterday, but it looks like my hair is all greasy. Usually I can go like 3 days before my hair looks like this. My hair looks, whoa. Oh, Megan's leaving. Bye, Megan. Terry Lee says Tarte has a new color palette coming out, or maybe it's out already. I bought it. They had like a pre-sale thingy and I bought it. I don't know if it's actually out now, but I got it because I thought that would be a good one to review, but now I don't see people talking about it. So I'm hoping that y'all want to see it because I was planning on reviewing it. All right, Dirty Dancing palette by Sola Look. Okay, so Sola Look. Hold on, I got confused for a second. Okay, Sola Look, this just got re-released. The people of it Sola Look are such sweethearts. I absolutely adore them. Okay, that being said, I love that they do the partnerships with, you know, actual movie companies to make palettes. I think that's great. But I feel like the color schemes a lot of times are not cohesive. Like, I don't even know what to do with this. I did really like the quality of the Dirty Dancing palette a lot, but I found that I was only using like one shade in here. I honestly don't think I ever used Back to the Playpen once. I think I've used everything else in here, even Johnny Castle. I've used this one. But like I used it just a couple of times because I found it was like, I wasn't thinking about, oh, you know what? It would be great to use I Carried a Watermelon in this look. And I just never went back to it. The Merengue I probably use the most. This is a beautiful shade. Cha Cha is a beautiful shade. And then there's a liquid lipstick in here that, look, it's separating because I haven't used it. I think I used it right when I got it, and then I didn't use it after that. But I love their liquid lipstick formula. It's beautiful. And this shade is called Baby. And yeah, I mean, it's a good quality product, but I feel like their color stories need help. And also all this empty space drives me insane. Like, it makes my brain go like, I wish there was another shade here and another shade here. That would have made me happy. But I love the imagery on it, and it plays off the whole nostalgia and everything. It looks like a VHS tape. I mean, it's super cute. And they got, you know, Johnny and Baby on the front. And I was a huge Dirty Dancing person. It reminds me of my mama, and I like it. But the color stories need help. They do. Ginger says it looks like it does need 2 more shadows. Totally. Absolutely. Allison, Dirty Dancing is my jam. I know. Delicious says Jen put Baby in the corner. I totally do. Baby's totally in the corner. Totally. Even though, I mean, it is a good quality palette. It is. Paige says Rose, Sola Look, dying to see what they do with Buffy. I know. I went through a Buffy obsession phase. And I think once I get through my second time going through Supernatural, because now I'm going through it a second time, I think I'm going to go back and rewatch Buffy from the beginning again, because I really loved that series. I watched it. I binge watched it like I binge watched Supernatural. Like, I didn't watch it when it was actually on. But I think I'm going to go back and rewatch Buffy because I remember really loving that show. Loving it. But that would be cool if they actually do stuff with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That'd be incredible. They put those brushes up. I don't know if those are a real thing, if they're just mock-ups. The Buffy brushes from Sola Look. I hope they're real. I do. All right. Colored Raine. Lovely's palette. I don't know why this got buried too. This one I didn't like as much as like the Cheers to the Beauty, which is right here, that I have in my like reach for box that we didn't even get to. We might be able to do a third week on this. Are you guys tired of eyeshadow palette yet? Should we do a third week? And I really like this. Like this green right here is so fun. So, so fun. And to pair it up with like that, you get this like beautiful antique kind of look. Let me swatch that again real quick. See if I can get it to swatch better, to build. There you go. But you get like this beautiful, like antique kind of pretty rose kind of look. And it's beautiful. So mostly I'm not a like dark color on the lid person. So I would use this shade like in the crease as like, you know, transition-y-ish. But I just love the color story on this. It's beautiful. I never would have thought of this in a million years. This is the Lovelies palette. And I do believe Color Raine's having a huge sale right now. I'm going to put that over with my dose of colors and shadows that I really need to use more. This is another one that I misplaced, and I don't know why. I think, see, it's again with that pink, light pink color story thing. I think that's why I don't use this one as much. But I love the Collab eyeshadow formula. If you're looking for a good drugstore price eyeshadow formula, Collab that's sold at Sally Beauty is fantastic. And it doesn't get any love on YouTube. I don't know. I think people have like a thing against like Sally Beauty in general. Like people just don't think about Sally Beauty, which is kind of sad. But a lot of the collab stuff is really, really good. They did it in collaboration with some influencers, including my friend Leisha over at X Sparkage. You know, like they're really good. They're really good. Let's swatch a few so you can see. Let's see, my hand is not doing well here. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Let's do another one on the mattes. I'm finding like that a lot of times, did I do that right? No, I didn't swatch the right color. Darn it. Okay, well, I can re-swatch that one. I didn't swatch the other one right. Where's my towel? I did that dark brown. I swatched the purple instead of the dark brown. There you go. So it builds. But yeah, I feel like Collab just needs more love in general. They're really good, especially at that price point. They're so good. I like the other one better though. The one that I showed a bunch of times, it's like the red one. That one's really super fab. I don't like that one quite as much. Actually, I think I'm going to keep this one in the I'm not using it because I'm not going to use that just because I'm not using those kinds of tones. Positively Catatonic, this might be a bit of a tangent, but what happened to the Lisa Frank collection? Also, I'm totally here for the eyeshadow week 3. Nice. I don't really know what happened with the Lisa Frank thing. This is, okay, so if you don't know, this is why I can't get through this video, is because I keep going off on tangents. But Lisa Frank collaborated with a brand called Glamour Doll Eyes. I was part of the Kickstarter. I think I spent like $90. It was like 2 years ago at this point. And I think what happened is they got a little big for their britches, and they tried to release too many products, and they tried to involve people in the Kickstarter. Like they had nothing done when they did the Kickstarter, like nothing was done. They had like basic idea concepts, but they had nothing done. So they had to design the packaging. They had to do they designed the packaging. They had to pick the shades. They had to do like all that stuff. And they promised so many products. I'm talking like 20 or 30 products that they were planning on making. So that takes a long time, but they neglected to tell people that it was going to take a long time. So keeps going a little bit, and we start seeing like the people that are in the Kickstarter have not, I haven't received anything from them. And it's been like 2 years. I've received nothing except for the products that I got in my Ipsy bag. Like they had the Glamour Dolls Lisa Frank stuff in Ipsy. They sold it at Hot Topic. And I think something happened like with their money wise, like that they didn't have money, like ran out of money or something. I don't know what happened, but I don't think that they intended to scam people. But it's getting to the point where a lot of people probably moved, you know, like it's been too long. Like the people that spent all that money, they probably moved. You know, they forgot about it. It's been years. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It was just really poorly handled. I honestly don't think that they intended to scam people. I know that there's an opinion out there that it was all intentional to scam people. I honestly don't think that was the truth. I think it was just really, really poorly handled. And maybe one day I'll get a bunch of Lisa Frank stuff and I'll show it on the channel, because if it ever arrives at my door, I will review it. I will bring it on this channel and we will go through it and we will see whether it was good or not. But that was like $80, $90. Like this just 2 years, nothing. I bought like one of the big packages. Crazy. Yeah, Caitlin says, I got some highlighter brushes and bronzer in my Ipsy bag of Lisa Frank stuff. Me too. But I didn't get anything from what I paid for. So weird. Ginger says, too bad, maybe another brand should have collabed with Lisa Frank. Well, like they say that, that Lisa was charging a lot of money for like the designs and everything. Well, but shouldn't they have had that all planned out before they did the Kickstarter? I don't know. All right, moving on. I got this in the Beautylish Lucky Bag, which is coming. It's one of my favorite videos to film every year. What I do is let me tell what Beautylish does. Beautylish does a mystery lucky bag every year around New Year's. New Year's? Yeah, New Year's. Christmas, New Year's, somewhere around there. Anyway, I forgot. It's been a year. So I order it. And then the day that it arrives at my house, I stop everything I'm doing and I grab my kids and we film together. And my kids help me unbox it. And it's so much fun. And that's my video that I do every year with my kids and they look forward to it. When's that video coming where we get to open the box with you? So I think this will be my 4th or 5th one. So this is an eyeshadow palette that I got, I think last year. I used it a few times and then it ended up in my discard drawer. This is by Makeup Atelier. It's a very nice eyeshadow palette. It's very nice. But do I need this in my life? No. I should probably just declutter this. I should give this to my mom. Because my mom, I think that she would like something that's easy to use. She would never use this black though. That's the thing though. I think she'd use all these, but I don't think she would ever use the black. I'll teach her how to use it as eyeliner, but she shouldn't wear eyeliner. I don't know. But it's a really good high quality eyeshadow palette. It's just, it made me go to sleep. So it ended up in the I don't use all the time. Oh, this got lost. Why? Why did this get lost? This is so good. This is so good. The Beautylish Lucky Bag, what is it, like $80, $70, something like that? I know it's over 50 and less than 100 for the regular size. They have a big one and then they have a smaller one. I always get the smaller one. Oh, 75 or 150. Thank you, Samantha. See, I forget. Thank you. Lily knows too. Jenny knows. Saya knows. You guys all know this stuff. I forget. It's been a year. But I get the less one because in order to get the big one, you have to be a Beautylish person that buys a bunch of stuff at Beautylish. You have to be their status, Sephora VIB Rouge, all that. They've got that at Beautylish. I don't buy things at Beautylish. So I never get the big one. So Megan says, I got the Lucky Bag last year for the first time and hated most of the stuff in it. Yeah, and that happens to me quite often. But it's so fun. I always do it anyway. It's so stupid. I never learned my lesson. It's like a lottery. It's seriously like a lottery. And a lot of times, you definitely get your money's worth monetarily, but will you actually use this stuff? That's the question. And that's always the question every year. The big one does sell out really, really fast. You were 100% right. Steph's not sure. She might get it, maybe. Jenny gets both. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Yeah, Wayne Goss brushes a lot of times are in there. All my Wayne Goss brushes that I own are from Beautylish Lucky Bags because I'm cheap and I don't buy them. I like them, but I'm cheap. All right. So anyway, really excited about this eyeshadow palette that I forgot about. This is the Blink Electric Eyes palette that was in BoxyCharm. Totally forgot about this. This is a phenomenal eyeshadow palette. Wait till you see these things. Hold on a minute. They're like butter. You dip your finger in them and it's like butter. Oh my gosh. This is what I want in my life at all times. I want to bathe in this eyeshadow palette. How in the world did that get buried? What's, this is my ideal, this is, yes. But anyway, what I was saying about the Beautylish Lucky Bags is that it's a gamble. You might as well put your money into a slot machine. It's like that, except for you're going to get something, but whether you can use it or not, I don't know. This is going to go back into my rotation of things I need to use because they're just incredible. That's by the brand called Blink. Hi. Nope, we're good. Yeah, my son has a play date. He's coming over in about 5 minutes, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my husband reminded me that we went on a date night last night because, you gotta go out on date night sometimes. And we were talking about that I want to bring my husband back on the channel because he's so stinking funny and our dynamic together is sometimes
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. His head just popped in here. But he's so stinking funny. If you remember him being in my videos before, we used to do like a Birchbox Smackdown where he did the men's box and I did the women's box, and he's so stinking funny. So we want to bring him back on the channel, but we're not sure exactly how we want to do it. So we're thinking about doing like some of those old school challenges, like where like you stick your, like he sticks his arms like under my arms and then like does my makeup, or like, you know, like I do his makeup or whatever, or, you know, like I would love like some suggestions of how you guys, like how you guys think I should bring him back to the channel, because I don't want it to be contrived. You know, I don't want it to be like forced. I want it to be like genuinely there, and maybe do like one video a month with him, because he really is, he's funny. He makes me laugh all the time. He's amazing. And I think you guys will love him. So Amy says, yes, more husband. You guys are great. Steph says, well, here comes J3 too. Yes. J3 is what we call my husband. J4 is my son, because they're both Johns. And my husband is the third and my son is the fourth. So, but yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on that. Telestra says, dude's eye view of the makeup world. That would be interesting, like of what's happening and everything. He might say some controversial stuff, though. He might say some stuff. But this is... Steph says, sorry, don't mind me, been here a while. Steph has been here a really, really long time. Yeah, Steph knows, she knows all that. Unboxing PR boxes is kind of like what Tati and James do. I don't get that much PR though. Like I honestly don't, and I'm okay with that. Like I'm cool. Like Samantha Ravindall, how she gets like, she did the video with all the PR and everything. I don't get that. Jessica Braun had the picture with all the bags. I don't get that. Like I get like one thing a week, which is great. I'm happy with that because it helps. I can manage it better. Like I would rather not be on some PR lists. There's certain PR lists I wish I was on, just because I would be able to review their stuff earlier. Like I don't think I'm on like the bigger Too Faced list. I'm on like a little, like a smaller influencer maybe PR list. I think there's a difference because I don't get like the major like releases, like the big box a lot of people do. I get like every once in a while, I'll get like a setting spray or a mascara or something, which is wonderful because I can use it for giveaway. But I wish I was on like their bigger one and then the ABH one. Those are the two that I wish that I was on that I'm not. But other than that, like I'm really thankful I don't get a ton of PR because like Samantha was saying, it's a bunch of trash, like all the trash and Jessica, like it's all this trash and a lot of it goes to waste. I mean, can you imagine getting 15 boxes a week, like 30, 20 boxes a week? Like that's just insane. Like what do you even do with all that stuff? It's such a waste. So I'm thankful for the amount of PR that I get. But my point is I don't really get enough for John and I to unbox together. Because it would, well, I guess maybe once a month, but then the stuff would be sitting there for a month. I don't know. I don't know if that would work for us, but okay, so let's do like one or two more eyeshadow palettes because we're almost done, and we're almost done with my, I don't use these palettes very often, box here. All right, Lorac Pro Original. Haven't used this in forever. I remember really liking this, and I don't know why I haven't used it in forever. I should bring this out though. Oh, this isn't the original Pro. This is the Pro 2. Why did I say this is the Pro? Because it just says Pro here and doesn't say Pro 2, but this is the Pro 2. And I remember really, really loving this, and I haven't used it in forever. I should try that again because it's been a minute. You can tell that I've loved it. It's got some love done to it. I'll bring that back out because I remember really, really loving that. Yeah, Tan Home. Yeah, it was totally informative and good for Samantha. Yeah, Samantha Ravindall. I mean, that woman has some expletive deleted. She's got some. She's something else, man. Like she's her. Like I appreciate her. I do. Okay, so this was an eyeshadow palette that I was so excited about, and I went to go add it to a favorites and fails video as like one of my favorite things, and Ulta discontinued it. This is the metallic 6-piece eyeshadow palette by Ulta brand. I was so excited about this. Let me swatch this for you and show you why. Like what is life right now that this, I emailed them even, and I was like, what is wrong with you people? Like, why are you getting rid of things that are amazing? Like, if all of Ulta's eyeshadows were like this, like, are you kidding me? Like, why don't they do this all the time? I don't know. Like, it makes no sense. Like, what are they even thinking? Not making these all the time and discontinuing something like that. Like, and it was like within 2 weeks of me purchasing it, it was gone. And it was amazing. It was super fab. Let me see. I was looking to see if it had a name on it, but it doesn't. It just says metallic 6-piece eyeshadow palette. Like, it's that boring. It doesn't even have like a fun name or anything. Sometimes brands confuse me. I'll tell you that. All right, got a couple more things in here. Okay, Polish Choice. I have tried Bad Habit. It's good stuff. Maybe there's poop in it. I hope not. I hope. Yes, Corey, that was the word I was thinking in my brain. Was that all right? We're going to talk about two more because I want to talk about these two. All right, this is the Polish Choice eyeshadow palette. I used this for a sponsor video. It is very good quality, but it's boring the house. Thank you, Rich, for making me say the house every once in a while. It's boring the house. It's boring. But I mean, it's beautiful and it works great. It's a good eyeshadow palette, but it's boring. I should pass that on because, but it's great for somebody that just needs all of their stuff in one little kit. Super easy. Super easy. But, you know, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I need to pass that on. Steph says, Jen, maybe a video with you and John since he's an artist, like something on color theory because we get those palettes and we know. That's really smart, Steph. That's why I love you. That's why I love you. I have one more eyeshadow palette. We're going to leave off on a bang. Lime Crime. I could go off, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Pocket Candy by Lime Crime. One day I might tell you my Lime Crime story one day. Let me just say I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, and it's for personal reasons. So anyway, it's nothing that would affect, like, it's not something that I think I need to share with you for customer service reasons that you would like be in danger or anything. They just irritated me on a personal level for personal things. But anyway, this eyeshadow palette was fine. It's okay, but it's definitely not worth the price point. I got this for free at Generation Beauty, and it was given away to everybody that was at this one thing. It's called Creator Day, and it's fine. I did use it while I was there at Generation Beauty. I used some of the shades, and again, it's just fine. I would compare this in quality to like the Makeup Revolution stuff, as far as like lasting power, ease of use, but it's much more expensive than the Makeup Revolution stuff. So this would be a no. The packaging's super cute, but this would be, I wouldn't buy this at full price. There's no way. If this was Makeup Revolution price, then I would say possibly, but I don't think it's worth it. That's my opinion. But anyway, all right, I gotta go. It's an hour in, and my son's play date just got here, so I'm gonna pop off here. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. And now I feel bad because I feel like I shouldn't drop those kinds of things, but it's like sometimes I have trouble keeping my mouth shut. Because I'm such an honest person, and when it's my own story, I have trouble keeping my mouth shut. When it's other people's story, I'm really good at keeping things like, but if it's my personal story, sometimes I just have diarrhea of the mouth. So I apologize for like hinting at something and then not telling you, but I really shouldn't say anything. I really shouldn't. It's not, I don't know, maybe one day, but. Shut up, Jen. Shut up. It's a live stream. You can't take it back. Something I'd have to think about and process. Anyway, thanks for being here. Mad love to you. I appreciate you. Thank you to the people that donated for Super Chat. That was really nice of you. I mean, I'm always purchasing products for the channel. So everything you donate, it goes toward, making my channel that much better. So thank you. And I will see you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. There is no What's Up in Makeup next week because of Thanksgiving. So there's no chat next week. So I will see you in 2 weeks. And yeah, if you're in the States, or I think Canada has their Thanksgiving sometime soon. I don't know Canadian holidays very well. But happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And for the reasons of giving thanks, not for the original reasons of Thanksgiving. Gosh, Jen, shut up. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Mad love. Bye.